Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's a Saturday. It's midday. It's the Midday Money Show, as always. Welcome on in. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're watching. YouTube, Facebook, we got the channels. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come say hello. Give me a follow. You don't want to miss out on it. Last night, we did the Look Headlines. Well, the late night Money Look Headline show. Nothing's changed with the basketball picks are all posted there. And I also threw out a bunch of the Major League Baseball futures as well are posted out on my Twitter universe inside the link here or in the chat for the show. And in the description, you can find the Leave link so you could listen anytime you want on your favorite podcast channels. Yay! Yay! All right. We got noon games. So we'll jump. Well, well, they're already underway, but it's almost 12 here. No real opinion on the Charleston. I like Iowa. I would lean NC State there just because, Clemson's playing well, but stepping up. Yeah, again, it's nothing for me in that spot, honestly. Connecticut St. John's. Again, I'm a St. John's guy. Do I want to lay a bunch of points with Huskies on the road? No. Creighton Nova. You guess you kind of lean to Nova here, right? It's a ranked Creighton team who I like the Blue Jays a lot. Again, I did not play. Did not play it. I got a bunch of games. I have 3, 6, 9, 10, 15 games as opposed to a 30 pack, but that's what happens when you're struggling. Texas Tech's obviously a play for me here. Like Texas Tech in the early action. Would maybe lean a little Oklahoma there for you if you're interested in that route. Little ugly spot for them, 7.5. I'd go that way. And yeah, that's your rundown of the noon stuff. But let's get into yesterday's recap. 1-4 in the video. Fresno, there we go. That line opened at 4.5. We got a 3 here in the chat. They lose by 4. Wonderful. Jacksonville took them out to pick them. They lose by 4. They were in that game. That was a tough loss there, but not right. The video 177 and 178 minus 22.93. And just real fast on that. So you see, we're having it's just been a bad month for college basketball. That being said, record-wise, you're down a chunk. It is. We aren't down in the video. And I only bring this up because I got some spring training we're going to throw up here in a minute. Baseball last year, 211 and 209. So in college basketball, we're 177 and 178. In baseball, 211, 209, a 2-game difference. And we're up 3,200 in baseball. Now, it's 50 games going either way. With some 211 to 177s, whatever, 47 games. But that is your difference, folks, with taking plus money kind of stuff all the time. And not just losing your 110, 115, or 120, whatever they juice up these VIGs to. That's why we say shop around. Right? That's why one site I'm up 3,800 in baseball. The other site's 1,900. Because when you get a push on one site at a 8 and the other one you had 8.5, it's a winner. It adds up. Anyway, so we had that college basketball losers yesterday. Hockey, hats off to Tim Sabers. They covered the puck line, not my Panthers. 22 and 29. We're plus 179 with our ice. Nets don't show up. Thank you. Nets 33 and 41. Anyway, today's games. Today's picks. And they couldn't all fit on the top part, so they're scrolling underneath with the NBA. We'll start there. Magic and Pistons. Like the Magic, anyway, in most spots there at home. Detroit's a team we play on a lot as a little dog. And Jesse Shule last night comes in. Follow Jesse Shule. He's got a Twitter feed. I do shows with him, with Ross Benjamin. Go find him on Twitter, YouTube. He brought up a good spot on Detroit. Coach versus old team. He's destroyed these guys head-to-head. But not only that, like if you're watching your last one, I'm like, well, also you have a Toronto team that has like they're 8 games under 500 on the road. Why are we going to bet that? Let's go. Pistons, Magic, NBA. On the ice, nothing on the ice today. Again, we lost on our Panther game. But I look at some of these lines. Again, they were from last time when we were doing the show. Carolina was a $4.90 fave. Devils were $3.10. St. Louis $2. Boston on the road $2.75. Oilers on the road $2.35. Come on with that. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And how about a little spring training baseball? You can't go along with a little spring training baseball picks. So, the Nats, the Pirates, the Rangers, the Reds, the Cubs, and the Angels. All right. So, and yesterday we were like, we can't really just jump right into baseball. Let it play out today. Well, after we say we like both games yesterday, they go 2-0. You know, I'm gonna come in with baseball today, right? I mean, we like some baseball yesterday. Tim, how about you got any NBA today or college? What do you got on top?
NBA is a very light card. I got the Pistonians, I got the Nuggets, and I have Pistons, Nuggets, Sixers. Pistons, Nuggets, Sixers today. I kind of went light in NBA today. If this was not a Saturday with 150-something college basketball games, I would probably have been on the Spurs and the Knicks, and I probably would have had a couple extra plays. On a Saturday where we have 30 college basketball plays, I kind of limited myself in NBA. I did not limit myself in college baseball, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays for that one. I'll quickly just set up that. Bam. Yesterday I was 5-4, up 1.7 units, so that was nice. We'll go back to some Chanticleers on the run line. They got the job done yesterday. I'll go back to them today. Vandy got the job done yesterday. I'll go back to them today. Baylor is going to be a fade team, so I'm taking Duke run line plus 130. Florida State's a pick'em versus number 8 TCU, so I'm on Florida State again. Southern Miss on a bounce-back game against Illinois. I took them run line minus 115. Texas A&M after getting smashed yesterday against Portland. Yes, Portland. The Pilots beat them. I believe it was like 13-4 or something yesterday. Give me the Texas A&M minus 2.5, and then we'll wrap up the night. I know Tate will be happy with some Michigan action minus the 130.
Tate's great. Loves his Michigan.
There you go. That's no ECU and UNC today. That game got postponed. They'll have a game tomorrow in Chapel Hill. Yesterday, ECU and the over, never in doubt. ECU was down 3-0 going into the 8th. They had 2 hits, and they put up 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and they end up winning it 6-5. So
there you go.
Great game yesterday. Anyways, that's all for today.
Good seeing you. So, all right, real fast before I get to the chat. So I was organizing some notebooks and stuff, and I came across, now, Midday Money started basically 2 years ago, probably on a day just like this. And I said before, I've been on sites a long time. Tony K on Vegas Top Dogs. I met Craig through there, CT Sports Picks. So in 06, I had my own channel. It was Game Time Sports Advisors. I don't think it's active anymore. I don't even know. I'll go type it in. Let's see what happens when you pull up that old channel. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Punch it in. Oh, nothing. There's a Sports Advisors, Game Time. Anyway. So that was my little site back in the day. All right. Had an 800 number. Call in. It was a free pick line. And if you were on the service or my subscription, I gave you a little code through an email, and you punch your little code in, and you hear all the plays on the phones. Anyway, so I found my original list of people November 06. All right. Now, I'm not going to mention people's names because that's just wrong. There was 48 people joined. Again, this is over a course of, from November 06, this goes to September of 07. 48 kind of regular people. And then again, people think, oh, you sell picks like you're making millions of dollars. That furthest from the truth. That is, you don't make really any money selling picks. But it's some of these email addresses, like half of these email addresses, Tim, are AOL addresses. All right. That's 20 years ago. They're AOL addresses.
Hey, I had an AOL address.
SBCglobal.net Earthlinks. Some Hotmails. I mean, it's funny. I still remember these guys, like talking to them. That's funny. A couple of them actually, I still are on Twitter with me, But I don't know, it's pretty funny. I was like, look at this list, November 06. I really want to give props to the first guy who joined up with me, November 06. That's it. I launched the site. And then in November of 06, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 people signed up out of the blue. Didn't know me from Adam. There was no face, right? It was different back then. Anyway, all right. Well, that's enough of my little rehashing. Anyway, Moneyline Markel's in the house. Welcome. There's the link. Go get the Believe podcast. Tyler Prepared's in the house. Good afternoon. Hey, Nick Earls here. Welcome, Nick. Good to see you. Free picks today after the show, right? Free mine, my Mafia brother. Can you tell me to fix some games today? Seriously, it is a it's been a rough month for me, free mine. And I was selling. I think the other day I'm like, I don't like to come in but more like, whoa, we lose, we move on, we move on, but man, you lose close ones. It gets frustrating. I'm not gonna say it doesn't. I've said that before. Markel's looking for the phone call to be made. ECU plus 1750 versus Houston. I'll tell you what, I like the 20. I'll take 20. Thoughts on Army? Where's the Patriots? There we go. Against Holy Cross. Holy moly. What is it? 6-2-7. Any real movement on this game? It was 4-3. I would lean Holy Cross, I guess. Lean into the home team. James is in the house. Thoughts on IUPUI? Already bet IUPUI. What do I got him at? They're playing Youngstown. Take them. Did I not put them down on my sheet? I thought I took them. Now I got to go back and see if I took IUP. I like IUPUI. Hold on a second. I don't have IUPUI. I got to look. IUP, we said the other day, let's take IUPUI.
I take IUPUI every single game without fail.
They were, someone said the other day, like, what do you think they're going to be on Saturday versus Youngstown? And I'm like, well, yeah, 14.5. I have them here. Why is I don't have it on my little sheet here? Anyway, they're a team that they cover at home. They've been covering. Like, why wouldn't we take them? And it's not like we don't hate the Penguins. We've taken Youngstown a few times. This is more of we're taking a team that's just been covering. It's a big chunk. And let's go. Tennessee minus 250. There you go. This is the money line parlay of your life, right? Too. This is sarcasm for those in the chat. This goes back to our guy, and I don't want to throw his name out here, but I will because Nick still comes in here. It's not Nick Earl, it's another Nick. We'll just give a first name basis. And it was his first time even posting in the chat. He says something like, Iowa money line. Lock of the day. Thank me in the morning. I think he hit us with a thank you me in the morning kind of thing too.
I remember it was against
Eastern Illinois.
Eastern Illinois.
Illinois minus 32. It was like 32,000, I think, or something. It was at 3,200, right? Was it 3,200? It was
massive. I don't even think
there were
30-point
fave. Yeah. It was like 30 because it was
the biggest upset in college basketball spread history.
Oh man. Let's see. Miz is like in Pitt. Let's pull up some ACC action here. Where's Pittsburgh against the Cuse. I don't hate it, but again, conference time, I'm going to lean to the dogs here. I'm going to lean to the dogs, and that's that. Maction. Oh, an 11-point home fave. Miz. I know Toledo's been really good. Right? Are you the Toledo guy, Miz, in the MAC? Right? You're the over guy. I'm trying to remember. I should know, but honestly, I slept really late today, so I'm a little off my game. Usually I'm up at like 7 on a Saturday as opposed to my 6 a.m.ers. Again, do I want to lay 11? Where's the 643 here? Hasn't really moved. I mean, I don't hate. I do like the Rockets. I just can't, double digits for me. No thanks. Eastern Michigan at home. Let's go. I'll take the 7-win team. We'll get it. Over, yes, they have been overs. And the Zips, the other top team down here. What do they got? 14, 692. Any movement from last night? It was 15 down. I got this at like a 16 number. So again, I think they win by 16. The line's 14. I'm with you. I just can't play those. Yes, parlay that big number, he tells his brother. Yes, spring training. Moneyline Markel. Maurice got TCU moneyline plus 110. Bounce back game. I was going to take Arkansas until 9% of bets on them. Yeah, the Arkansas game, people are going to run to bet Arkansas with everything. I think Alabama on their home court is a play on. Like it's not like that they're not in enemy territory. Next game up on the road, take the points. This game here at home, it's Alabama. TCU against Tech. I like Tech. Hofstra minus 14. Big number in the CAA here with freaking Hofstra. I mean, where are we at? 635. This was a 15 last night. It's come down. I mean, I don't want the most points. I take Northeastern. Little Huskies. Samford. The old Sam and Lamb. Let's head down to, what's that, SoCon, right? Here we go. 657. Uh-oh. They're playing money earning Furman. I'm going to have to go with money earning Furman here. I know it's a pick 'em. I know it's a little plus money at home. Over St. John's. Sure, St. John's is trash. Bring back Boo Harvey and Malik Sealy. And Crane. Crane run looks a little low to me. This was 4. It's down to 2. Do not like it one bit. T-Money's in the house. Welcome. Fremont, what do you think about the under in the Baylor-Texas game? What's this total? 150-ish? I don't know. I like Baylor here, so I'm going to say over. I'm going to want some points. That being said, how did these guys play last time? They played to a 147. Last year we got a 129. There's a 143. There's a 150. I mean, you've seen a bunch of unders in their games, huh? Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe this 148 looks a little high. Maybe the under is the play here. Best bet C-Money going to be a big day. I can feel it. It'll be good. If it is, we'll take it. Young Shards in house took Georgia money line. Okay, so we have, let me pull it up. Because sometimes I say a team, I think they're playing somebody, and they're not. And I mess up. Like I'm confused with the other game. Mizzou. I was right on this one. I was right thinking it was Georgia. Yeah, I like Georgia here with this spot. Again, this is one of those games where the perception is, it's Mizzou. They're like 20 wins. They're a good team. Georgia's played a little scrappy at home. It's not a lot. It's not a lot of points. Missouri or any team, especially this year in college basketball, right, Young Shark? Forget about covering. Teams aren't winning on the road. Take Georgia. Best bet, C-Buddy. SC plus 22.5. What SC is this? What we got here? South Carolina
It's South
against
Carolina
Tennessee.
against Tennessee.
I don't hate South Carolina plus 22.5. I mean, it's a huge chunk. Who's Tennessee got on deck? I'll tell you, because I'm pulling it up. Arkansas at home. Tennessee's, I mean, obviously people are going to run Tennessee off. Back-to-back losses are going to come home and spank South Carolina. Carolina's been covering. Carolina's covering. 1 road game, 2 road games, 3 road games, 4 road games. Missed at Florida, but I mean, let's go. Upstate, we like upstate, yes. Over in Townsend game. Oh, the Tigers. I do like Townsend in this game. So you want to go over? I agree. Because not just because I bet Townsend. And some NHL props. So keep those in the chat. Unless it's Sergei Fedorov for a hat trick. We'll take that. Groovy. What do you say, bud? How you been? Let's go. Memphis, NBA first half. Here we go. Off to the NBA races. Oh, Detroit's an early game here. A real early game. All right. Where's Memphis? First half against the Nuggets, huh? Basically, what? That's just win the game or win the half because it's only a 2. The Cubbies, we love the Cubbies, Groovy. Yes. Kansas minus points in the NCAA. I like Kansas 8.5. I bet it yesterday. And maybe Earl's bets hockey pick.
Lightning or the Rangers today. Puck line them both. Plus 150, plus 175.
What?
That's what I'm rolling with.
Hold on a
Versus
second.
hockey.
Your best play is in Carolina minus 530?
I mean, that's the lock of the day, but no, I chose some plus money.
I was on a nice 8-2 hockey run, and then I dropped that Panther game. T-Money, it's good that we have NBA games going well into the 300s now. This could be an example of things to come. I'm still speechless. Who cares? Who even cares about NBA? This is ridiculous. I mean, forget about that crazy game. Listen, it's double overtime. It's a wild one. That being said, you've heard me talk about the NBA. These guys with their, they play 2 games a week. They sit out. They have an all-star break. They're off for a week. And I'm tired because I'm on a delayed flight and my throat hurts from singing. Come on. Earl Sports says NC choke. So I guess he's not liking Carolina today over Virginia.
No, he was talking about yesterday's baseball game.
Oh, all right. ECU money line taking a shot and buying it down 10 points.
I promise you that's not one of our accounts.
What are we doing? ECU against Houston. So you're taking ECU money line. Why would you buy down 10 points? Wouldn't you want money line better at 21 points than at 10? What's happening here, Todd? I'm prepared. Groovy, Mr. Fremont, no problem. I'll call my cousin Rocco and Nikki Cellini. Italian soccer. Napoli. Napoli comes up here often on the soccer side of things. The Nats and baseball, yes. We got baseball. We got the Nats. We got the Cubbies. We got the Pirates, the Rangers, the Reds, and the Angels as well. Where are we? Michael, good morning. Huge card today. Tonight, New Mexico +3. New Mexico, huh? A little Mountain West against San Diego State. I got to say, we've seen New Mexico not play up to the competition. This team, and I was kind of high on them. Like, hey, they're the last unbeaten team in basketball. Yeah, since that, I think they're 500. San Diego State has won 4 straight in the series. And this team, they could win putting up 70. How about the Fresno game? 45-33 they win on the road. Let's and the New Mexico run. Loss at Boise. You beat San Jose. Look at San Jose. Wyoming loser. Air Force loser. Nevada loser. Utah State loser. Nevada loser again. You beat Air Force at home. You beat Boise at home in OT. You're stepping up here to your Boise's, Utah State, Nevada, and you're losing. Whereas San Diego State, UNLV win. At Utah State win. Boise win. You lost at Nevada, not bad. Utah State again, you beat them at home. I don't it's not that I don't hate it and think, okay, it's decent. I just can't bet on a team not playing well. And San Diego State just points to a team that's gonna run through the Mountain West and probably face Boise in the finals. Michael's coming in with Tech. Whole lot of Techs. Could be Georgia Tech, could be Virginia Tech, could be Tennessee Tech, but we'll go Tech -2. I'm assuming it's Texas. Iowa, I'm on the opposite side. Baylor, I like. Mississippi State, I like the other way there as well. Purdue, Zag, a moneyline parlay. I don't hate it. Payback time, Purdue and Gonzaga, and Oklahoma State 2.5 already betted at 2. Yes. Young Shard, what do you got here? If you got to buy points, take the other team. Mitch Voice. I mean, why? I don't buy points. And someone's like, well, you keep losing those halves, ones, 1.5, you buy them up. I can't buy them up. Yes, we're on a terrible 48-22 run, losing close ones. But I can't buy them. Lauren, welcome. Lauren, I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Welcome on in. Thank you for commenting. You want a little ACC with the old Pitt Panthers here over Syracuse? This line was a opener of, I believe it opened at 6. It's come down. At 1, I don't really love that. Now, do I think Pitt should be maybe like a 6.5 point fave? Yeah. Is Syracuse a team I want to bet on? No, I think they're going to let Boeheim go after this year. All that being said, I don't like how the lines dropped and people are betting the Cuse. Cuse are actually 5-5 on the road, whereas we see a lot of teams with sub 500 records. Back-to-back for Cuse off of, they gave up 91. I want to say I want to lean to the Cuse here. But my final point on this will be final home game here for Pitt on the season. So it could be a little raucous crowd. People pumped up. You want to bet Pitt? I'll do it. For me, I think there's better stuff on the board, but I don't not like the 5.5 here. I think they're a 6 or 7 point favorite. The line is lower. Definitely have the crowd behind you. So I'll say, okay. Again, I didn't bet this one, but I think you'll be safe with that one. Oh, the waves of Pepperdine. Pepperdine changed their name from the Western Dolphins. Did you know that, Tim? Do you know they were the Western Dolphins back in the day? No? Does anybody know? Although I'm probably way ahead of the chat. I don't know how far the chat is behind. If you know what the Western Dolphins are, I'm going to find you down in the road here. Somebody's probably Googling it, so anyway. That's blue chips. Nick Nolte's the coach, Petey Bell, Shaq, Penny Hardaway, and Matt Nover. A lot of college guys in the video. In the movie. Adonis Jordan, Calbert Cheney. Anyway, all right. You want to lay with Loyola Marymount here. Pepperdine. Listen, Marymount's 3-7 on the road. I get it. Pepperdine is brutal. Winless on the road 0-12, 8-7 at home. I'm going to say, granted, and this is the last home game for them. I don't see. I mean, you battled Gonzaga here. You beat BYU. You beat Portland. I mean, you know what? Looking at those games there at home, maybe they put up a little fight. I'd say this, Gracious. If I really want to bet this game, I would just take a money line. Because they're either going to win or they're going to not cover, I think. So I would just go money line there. Desmond with the thumbs up. What do you say, fella? Good morning. Utah over USC, right? Yes, I like it. I got them a +2 myself last night. Pistons, yes. Sixers and the Nugs. Actually, you know what? I'm not even on the page. I'm looking at the box score for the game last night, the Sacramento King game. A couple 40-point scores on the Kings. Who had a triple double? I said. Now we like Denver coming out of West, but I thought Clippers were kind of a sneaky team with Kawhi and George if these guys are healthy and playing. And as much as I still like Denver, I got to say that Clipper team I think is going to give them a little run. I'm not really loving Denver here. Someone else had Memphis first half. And why do I think this is a spot where we see Denver kind of stumble for a couple games? I don't know. Again, Mike, you know me, NBA. I'm not running to bet NBA, so no thank you. And the Sixers, same thing. Hit the like button. 20 watching, 6 likes. Don't be lazy. Nobody else on YouTube will spend an hour a day to answer all your questions. I think, I don't. I mean, I do understand. Like a lot of people don't want their, they want to log in or hit a like, it comes up on, then all of a sudden you get a bunch of things that pop up on similar things. But I mean, it'd be nice to know that people are watching. That's why I always say jump in the comment side of things. But the views are there. I mean, now they're not pandemic level. I mean, the show would get. I mean, we get half what we got during pandemic time, but we were getting 1,000 between the two channels back then. Pound it. Easy Carolina plus 20.5. Instead of East Carolina, it's Easy Carolina. What do you think about that? Nice tips. Yes, he likes that one. Northern Colorado. We're heading out to Big Sky Country against Northern Arizona. The Lumberjacks. You don't think the Lumberjacks come in and take care of business? Come on, they're 2-12 on the road. The Lumberjacks, they are. Lumberjacks beat them by 10 a month ago. They are off a win, too, on the road. Look at that. So they lose by basically 20, 72-55. Then they come back and win 72-50. Now they're wrapping up the road trip here. Northern Colorado's in off back-to-back road losses at home last games. 16-9 and a 35-point whooping of Weber. I think we had him in that game, believe it or not. So Northern Colorado home, look at this. How about their 5-1 ATS last 6 Northern Arizona on the road? 6-0 for the Bears last 4 at home. Oh my goodness. It's the immovable force and the irresistible object. Or how's that work? How's that saying go? I like the spot. I'm just not loving it. Because Arizona's covering prowess. Ability. That's just, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Groovy, Mr. O, look out for Patrick Kane today. Blackhawks hockey game. First goal of the game, 17-1 odds. 17-1.
We'll see if he plays. He might get traded. There's rumors that Kane might go to the Rangers, so just be careful with that, Groovy. We'll see.
Pounding like Eastern Washington, -6. Again, we're heading out. We're heading out again to the big. I think I bet EW. Did I bet Eastern Washington? Hold on. Where am I at? Oh, I'm in the Big West. I got to be in the Big Sky. Against Idaho State here. Oh, boy, I lost it. Here they are. This was a 6. Hasn't really moved much. Considering they've covered. Right there, they say covering machine. I mentioned the other day. Going back to, I think it was Thanksgiving. They were 17-2 covering the number. Like, how do you not jump on that? But I don't know. I didn't bet it. Maybe I should have. I thought I did bet it, honestly. I was like, because I looked at it, because I remember we talked about it the other day, and we're like, oh, Eastern Washington, look at this. And I went back, I counted, because someone's like, oh, you got to take them here. And really, it was all the way back to, and now you know what? I'm seeing 5s on this. So this line's come down here now. I see 5s across the board. Yeah. Now I'm going to back away from this one here, Anthony. Bishop Sycamore money line. My My girlfriend Lenny who was that girl's name? What was her name? What was the Notre Dame guy who had the invisible girlfriend? Lenny Matei. What was her name? Kawani. Tim, you know what I'm talking about? Miz,
Nope.
Syracuse coach had a negative remark. You don't remember the guy from Notre Dame?
No.
Teo, he had an invisible girlfriend since she died, and everybody was talking about it, and he had no girlfriend at all.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Anyway, Syracuse coach negative remarks on Pittsburgh basketball. More motivation Pitt. It's a good spot for Pitt. As I said, last home game. I think Syracuse is going to cut ties. I don't say it's not a good season because these guys will end up 16-12. They'll go in the ACC tournament, win 2 games, somehow get a play-in game for the NCAA tournament, and win and go to the second round and make it to the first Saturday. It's ridiculous, but I do like Pitt there. I didn't bet it. I think they should cover. Groovy, all your NBA lovers. The Pacers always start slow. Magic first quarter, and also Miami Heat first quarter. I can't do the Heat because I never know who's playing for the Heat, but I do like the Magic. Jerry, welcome. Like a little Clemson action, TCU, Oral, Auburn, Florida, Tennessee, Boise. Let's go. First time here. I was going to say, definitely a first-time commenter. I appreciate you coming in and commenting. Clemson, again, the line kind of says, hey, take NC State. I mean, I didn't have anything on it. I lean dog in conference tournament games as anyway, so I say okay to that one. The TCU, I'm opposite there. I got a little Texas Tech, so I got to be against you there. Oral Roberts out of the Summit. Matt Abbas is just a scoring machine. Very good. I kind of lean a little South Dakota State in that one. But Oral's they're just running the show there. Auburn in the SEC. Did I have Auburn today? Who do we got in this Auburn game? Against Kentucky. I don't hate UK there. I mean, you're laying 5. You're coming in with the dog. Again, conference dogs. You're not going to get a much argument out of me in those spots. Florida, Vandy. Florida, you will. I'm not. You lose, and we saw them last week. I don't like betting on teams without their best player, especially at a middling at best. I mean, our 500 team, Florida. I think last game I said take an under in that spot. I'll take an under again in Florida. Tennessee, I can't lay 22. It's not happening. Not happening. And I love me some Boise. I'm a Boise guy. I think Boise's a really good team. What's there to say? They hurt me the other night missing free throws, Jerry, but I'll back you there. Let's go. And again, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Taking time out to comment and listen. Miz, just take Pepperdine games over. Yes. Uppsala. Where is Uppsala? Where are they playing? Who's on there? NJ, no joke. I mean, seriously. Fremont. You want to fix action? Jake Paul and boxer minus 155 are going up. I'm going to get my Low Gang backpack and we start carrying it around. The Low Gang. We were coming home from school yesterday with the kids, and my daughter said something about or maybe my son said something about the fight, and then she's like, "Hey Dan, did you have a Logan Paul backpack?" And he's like, he still got it because I saved it. I was like, "Why don't you bring that to school?" He's like, "I'd get killed if I bring that in there." I said I'm going to bring it to one of his football games. Be like, "Hey Dan, got your snacks here." How you feeling about Louisville? Let's pull up a little Louisville action here. Where is Louisville? 633. Has this line move off Tech? Still a 5. I got a 5 last night. It's gone up to 6.5. Yeah, I bet the Ramblin' Wreck last night at a 5. It's 6.5. I'm still feeling good about GT here. How are you taking Louisville, Yak TV? I mean, And I like ugly dogs. I say this, Yak. I wake up in the morning. I throw some water on my face. Look at his face. You don't think I don't mind taking ugly? I look at ugly every freaking day of my life. I get it. No, thank you. I mean, I know sometimes, Tim, we have a stinky play he likes, like, oh, this one. There's other stinkers
Go
out there.
Louisville.
I can't. There's other stinkers. I mean, give me Tech. Gracious, good job twin with that BC pick the other day. Boise blew my parlay to 1 by 5. Gives you. I know, Gracious. I had him. And not that I want to throw somebody coming up in a couple comments with initials starts with an M, last name starts with a B. Was like, oh, you should get this. They're up 7 going to the line with 40 seconds left. Yeah. Oh man, Dave's in the house. Good afternoon. I like the Grizzle in the Heat first half play. Let's do some NBA. All right, the Heat 5.5. Do we have a? I know it's basically March, and we don't know who plays for the Heat every day. Again, this game's at 7:00. I need to know who's playing. Do I have the Heat? I like the Heat. I think they could battle the Celtics.
I will say,
or the Pistons, or the Bucks, rather, or Philly, whoever. I think they're talented enough. They're that good.
Yes.
The problem is who plays. I don't know who plays for them.
I don't think it matters. I think this is. I didn't bet it. I would lean Heat tonight. The Heat are coming off of getting blown out by 30 to the Bucks when Charlotte just won outright as a 7-point dog yesterday.
So
I think if anything, it's Heat or nothing. But I didn't touch the game.
No. You think they should come in and win? I mean, the Grizzlies. Everybody's on Memphis today. I thought we had one Denver backer here. I think it was Michael. Michael. Yeah. Linebacker from Notre Dame, Hawaiian, got catfished by some guy. Yeah, exactly. Tio. Yeah, Tio is a guy. Yeah. Groovy, what's a good website where they have updated information? Who's pitching, spring training, batting orders? We like to use RotoWire for the show here. I mean, again, don't like pushing people to a site, but RotoWire is usually up with a lineup pretty early, right, Tim? RotoWires. I mean, that's what we used last year. I find it helpful.
Yeah, RotoWire. Mm-hmm.
I like RotoWire. I mean, MLB.com's kind of late to the party. I guess he likes Clemson. They're up 20 right now. Oh, Clemson's up 20 right now?
Yeah,
all right. Well,
Clemson's up 42 to 25.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at that line 5.5. I'm like, oh, I mean, I see why you kind of like NC State a little bit, but on the flip side of that, I like my dogs. I'm a token dog guy. Conference dogs. Yak's coming in on the St. Thomas Tommies over North Dak. -2 again, man. Why 2s? I don't want to lay that on the road. Just go money line on that spot. If you think they're going to cover 2, they should just win. It's not even going to be close. You're in a game where it's going to come down to a bucket or 2. I'm going money line. Who the Huskies got in Northern Illinois? What do we got going on there in the MAC? Who these guys got? Central Michigan. I mean, again, I'm going to take a home dog here. We have 11-17 versus 10-18. Central's got to think this is a game we could possibly win. Although I'll give you this, Yak. Although Furman, yes. I said Furman earlier. Somebody like Stanford, I said no. We're taking money earning Furman. Back to this game, though. 2 teams, a combined 15 games under 500 or whatever they are. 10-18, 11-17. What drew you to this game? Out of all the games on the board, a lot of people come in here and it's just like they're hitting top 25 matchups. You're rolling into Summit. I mean, at least they could, the MAC, everybody's used to the MAC. We see them, people see them now in football, right? Smack attack on Smaction on Tuesday. And then you got the Bonnies in here. Looking easy. Again, take the money line. They're 18-12 versus 11-19 team. Of course they should cover. They're 18-10 ATS. Why wouldn't you bet them here? 2 though, I'm again. If I was to bet that one, it would be money line. I mean, obviously, I kind of like North Dakota there as a 10-win team, getting 2 from an 18-win team. Yeah, I know Upso was in East Orange. I'm from Jersey, gracious. Keep it classy, Higgs and Ting. Lex, how we rolling over there, Playboy? Good to see you. Did have a second just ask how you guys felt about it. Okay. Well, the Furman I like. The other two, St. Thomas is a game. No, as I mentioned, I see, and I don't care what conference it is. 18, 19, 20-win teams, although it didn't pay off last night. And again, take it with a grain of salt because I'm running cold. I know you turn on a lot of shows and nobody is ever, losing and not hot and going 9-1 every game. Mine must have been bad taking these kind of dogs. Like yesterday, we had, let's take what was that, Fresno yesterday or whoever, they're a 10-win team getting 3 points. They end up losing by 4. That's a line that I'm always gonna go opposite. Yeah. Ricketson asks, "Good morning, gracious. I thought I saw Vermont last night on the board. They're not playing today, Vermont. Oh yeah, they're supposed to be playing Bryant. 4:00 game. What's the problem? Added game. 3:06, 6:49. I got it right here. I want to lean to the Bears of Bryant. No catamounts to me, gracious. Groovy, we love the face. We're all going to win beautiful. No ugly winning here. First basket in, Magic game, Wendell Carter plus 900. Oh my goodness. Plus $9. It looks nice. Put 100 on there, nice 900. Noted, no Louisville. Can't do Louisville. And normally, if this game opened at like a 6.5, 7, I would probably lean a little Louisville, believe it or not. At 5, I'll take a shot on Georgia Tech. Michael, good luck, buddy. Good to see you. Have a good Saturday. Grace is out of here. Have a good one. Was it Central Michigan or Western Michigan scored only 35 points last night? We'll find out. I think it was probably Western because I thought Central was playing today. Let's see. That had to be Thursday night, not last night, or the last time they played. Where is it? I'm going back to Wednesday. Nothing on Wednesday. Maybe it's Tuesday. Here we go. Central Michigan. 63-35. 63-35. You give up or you score 35 points in a game. I think you're going to obviously come out a little more focused. Sure, practice wasn't fun. You're embarrassed. So, yeah, I'll take 2.5 there. Purdue whip Indiana, pounded. Yes. Indiana on the road. I did this with Ross yesterday. We talked about this game. Purdue is what? 24-4. They got 3 losses on the road here. Maryland, Northwestern back-to-back. Indiana beat them. And we had Indiana here. Number 1 Purdue. Getting 3 points from Indiana. Indiana wins. Here comes Indiana. Indiana on the road. How well these guys have been playing. And you're like, oh, well. Michigan State lose by 15. Northwestern lose by 2. They beat Michigan. Although that game, I think Michigan didn't score for a long stretch. Lost by 11. Maryland. You beat Minnesota, who's terrible, by 4, and you're a double-digit favorite. You lost by 20 at 19 at Penn State. You lost at Iowa. You lost at Kansas. You lose at a neutral Arizona. You lost to Rutgers. I mean, teams lose on the road. We mentioned Purdue on the road, losing. Purdue at home crushes teams at home. 14, 20. I mean, just that 82-55 last game over Ohio State. Iowa 87-73. Penn State 80-20. Michigan State 77-61. This is a double-digit Purdue win. It's just that simple. Clemson taking the Wolfpack to school. Yeah, it looks like a blowout in that one. And it must have been the Hen Dogs. Could have been the Henny. Listen, get off that. It's too early for Henny. Gators -3 in baseball +120. Tim?
I do not bet that game. I'm not going to take that big of favorites. If anything, I'm going the opposite way, but I'm not betting.
Yak says, one of the best handicapping shows I've watched besides Morning Wood. I love the PNP channel. Appreciate the kind words. Yak, feel free to pop in. You know how we do here. It's a give and take kind of show. Justin Higgs has my guy. I'm hanging in. Had to put a K on my account this morning. Got smoked last night. Running cold past today, so no pictures listening. Hey, listen. It happens. You get crushed a little bit. Here's the thing, though. Now, it said you got smacked 2 days. You got added. Don't start doubling up, man. If you lose that in a day or two, lower the bets. I say this. I bet a lot of games. I'm cold this month. I'm not gonna lie. We were 30 games over 500. Now we are 10 games over 500. We've gone from plus like 1,800 to down. So, not like I'm not betting the same amounts. You got to bring your bets down. I mean, usually I'm like 300, 500, 600, 700 a game. Nah, we're down to like 150s. We got to grind it out. Slow the pace. Slow it down. Watch your bet size. Money management's key to withstanding a losing streak because you will have it. Also, like A&M and baseball, Rickett says, Tim, at 2.5.
Yes, I have them already. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna go. I hit the wrong thing. I went to hit the banners, but I hit the next comment for your baseball. You got them at the bottom here. Tim's baseball. There you go. A&M right there. Michigan, Florida State, Southern Miss, Dukies, Vandy, Coastal. We got you covered. Back to the chats. Rick, Northern Colorado. Again, the Lumberjacks have been covering on the road. Rick, just be mindful of that. Eastern Washington, again, that line's come down to a 6, although they have covered. Like I said, I think it's something along the lines of 17-2 since the end of November. They've been good. The line's just come down. That worries me because you think people be talking about that and betting up Eastern Washington, not having it come down. NC State about to blow the morning money line parlay. Here we go. Best way to go 3-1, Rick, is to put in a 14 parlay. Florida 13-2 yesterday game. Yesterday, same picture comparison today. I'm taking a shot with the -3.5 runs in the Gators in college baseball. Arkansas. I don't know about Arkansas today, Lex. No, I think everybody's going to bet Arkansas. Alabama at home. It's a friendly crowd. They're not going to get on these guys. Arkansas, damn on the road, different story. Justin, I'm definitely not doubling up. I'll get back. I lost $100 clip. Going to build it back up 50. There you go. That's what you got to do. It is a grind. It is not a get rich quick. It's one day at a time. Put one foot in front of the next. Put your pants on one leg at a time. It's cliche talk, but it's true. Believe me, it's true. All right. If anything, Justin, there's some newer people in the chat. We got newer names popping in here. And you're going to get for me, guys and gals. You got to go one day at a time here. You got to look long-term, a long season, whether it's the unranked team over the ranked team in college basketball that's cashing at a 70% clip this year. That is something you can use in college football. That is something we're going to use starting on Monday through all the conference tournaments and the NITs and the CBI, CIT, and whatever. The proverbial team outs ranked away. Don't worry about rankings. Baseball. Don't worry about brand names. 3 times in the house. Welcome, Sixers and Nuggets today. A rare Nugget backer. We have some Memphis fans in the chat this morning. And we got Philly over Boston. This was a 2.5 for last night, so it's come down. I don't hate the Sixers. I don't hate it. Jesse Shule, don't forget that Higgs won twice as much as the number 2 guy in the NFL this year at every site. NFL was a great year, Jess. I appreciate the shout out because I didn't, I say that I had a good year. I try not to dwell because you don't want to jinx yourself on it. But Jesse's on YouTube. He just started doing videos. He's on the beach. He's in a Phuket out in Thailand, right? Where are you at? On a nice island, not island, but nice, doing beach videos with me sometimes. Check out Jesse. He's on the sites with us. He's been around a long time. Slightly better hair than me. Ricketts, USC gonna put it on Utah today. I like the -2.5, but money line only 140. I'm glad you said that, Ricketts, because I got Utah +2. The fact that you think they're gonna put it on them, I like that. Sorry, I get language like that, and it just makes me feel better about my pick. Texas Tech not looking good. Well, of course they're not looking good, man. It's because I got them on +2.
9 at halftime.
You never know. What's the down 9 at halftime? It is what it is. What are we going to do here? Villanova up, right? We thought the Creighton line was a little light.
And Nova
Clemson,
14.
Clemson in a rout.
Yeah, Clemson's beating the crap out of them. CFC's blowing out Stony Brook. UConn up 12. Tie game 42-42 in Iowa and Michigan State. That's a good game.
Yeah. I got a little Sparty party +4.5.
I don't hate that.
Rangers and the Penguins. Okay, so this is not the Texas Rangers. We're going to the cold cash on the ice with the New York Rangers over the Capitals. -144. Penguins at about a 155.
Come on.
I'm going to say I'm a puck line guy there, Yak. I got a puck line these faves. I say it and I do. My hockey this year, we are up. We are 49-58 on the season. We are +$52. I would rather lose with a puck line than lay 150 or 160. I just can't. I don't like. And part of it, I think I said that on the show before. Whether it's you've been a long time. I try to overthink and be like, let me show you how smart I am by doing puck lines. I don't even know if it's that or just that I'm so just plus money, plus dollar daddy, as Tim likes to call me in our private time together. He's like, hey, plus dollar daddy, who do you like? I just
what?
I don't want to lead with 150s plus dollar daddies. Lex, Alabama beat them bad at home. Revenge spot, playing same team second time. Yeah, no, I'm still not buying it. It's just a no play for me, Lex, Arkansas and Alabama. Groovy Higgs, the cold days are over. We're breaking the funk today, right now. Earl, get your New York Ranger shirt on and put it on. Take the Orlando Magic first quarter, first half. Have an amazing day. I'm on the Magic.
Hey. I am betting the Rangers today. You will never see me wearing anything Rangers. That is very similar to if I'm wearing something Rangers or Yankees, there's something wrong with me. So, no, I'm not putting on a Rangers shirt. No.
All right. Tim's college hoops. College baseball. Coastal -1.5. Vandy -1.5 at plus money. Duke -1.5 at plus money. Florida State money line -110. Southern Miss -115 run line. A&M -2.5 plus 110. Michigan money line. My spring training, Nats +105, Pirates -105, Rangers -120, Reds -120, Cubbies 125, and Angels +110. Final rundown college hoops: Idaho +8, Francis +8, McNeese +8, VMI +11, Houston Christian +12, Western Illinois +6.5, Hampton 6.5, Texas Tech -2.5, Purdue -7.5, Kansas -8.5. Gonzaga over 142.5. So there's that. And we have NBA, Magic -3, Pistons 6.5, -6.5. Although the Piston game is already underway. And that will be pretty much it for today. Jesse hasn't figured out the American dollar is 14 times the distance to Thailand, perhaps my new role model. Jesse leaves the cold of Canada, heads to the peaceful Thailand. If you look closely in Hangover 2, you can see Jesse. He's an extra in some of the scenes. He's one of the monks. Nah, I'm like kidding. Just threw that out there. He'd laugh if he was in here. Anyway, all right.
Out of here.